Hello everyone, welcome to my session. I am Prashant Barvaliya. So dear students, we were discussing the chapter that is transfer and transmission of shares. Okay, so let's continue with the topic. So in the last session, we have discussed till this topic, that is duties of secretary regarding share transfer. Okay, so now moving forward towards the next topic, that is transmission of share and compulsory share transfer. Okay, so the transmission and compulsory both are same. So what do you mean by transmission of shares? So when the title of the share of a person automatically transfer, it is called transmission of share. Okay, so let's understand what does it mean. In certain situation, the share transfer become compulsory, like in death, insolvency, unsound mind, and in other conditions also. So basically what is the meaning of transmission? It is called the compulsory transfer of share. So let's understand the circumstances regarding in what conditions the shares can be transmitted. When the shareholder dies instant and has a successor. Now, what is the meaning of successor? Successor is the person who is a nominee to the shareholder. Okay, so in case of death of the shareholder, uh, the shareholder's nominee will become the next shareholder. Another condition is when the shareholder dies and has no successor. So in case the shareholder has not made any kind of successor, so automatically the next nominee will become the shareholder. Another condition is shareholder become insolvent. Okay, so in case of insolvency, the creditor of the shareholder will become the shareholder. Next topic is shareholder is declared of unsound mind. In case the shareholder become unsound mind, okay, so their family member or son or daughter will become the next shareholder automatically without any procedure. Another condition is in case of single person company, the shareholder dies. If the company is a single person company, so now in the present condition this kind of companies has no any kind of existence. But if in case a single person company, and if that only a person dies, the family member or the son or daughter will become the shareholder. Next topic is process of transmission of share. So what kind of procedure that we need to follow if we want to transmit the share? So the first topic is to inform the company. We will have to inform the company that the shareholder is died now. So company will do the further procedure of transmission of share. The another step of share transmission is to verify the documents of the ownership. Company will do this step and they will verify the document of the authentication and the ownership. Next topic is to issue the notice by the company. Company will issue the notice to the public that this person is died and we are going to transfer or transmit the share to the next person. The next step is the resolution of the board of director. The secretary will pass a very small resolution among the director that we want to transmit this share to so and so person. The next point is to issue the new certificate and entry in the register of member. So the company maintains the register of the members. They will erase the person who had died and they will insert a name who is going to be shareholder. Okay, so now the next topic is difference between the share transfer and share transmission. Okay, so basically let's start with the meaning of the share transfer. When the shareholder voluntarily passes the ownership, so that is called share transfer. And when the compulsory share transfer happens, so it is called transmission of share. The next topic is circumstances in which cases the transfer happens and transmission happens. So it is voluntary transfer, so we do not need to create any situation. Okay, and the transmission in case of death, in case of insolvency, in case of unsound mind. Okay, so in these cases the transmission happens. Next topic is consent. Consent मतलब किसकी परमिशन लेने की जरूरत है. So consent of both the parties required in share transfer, but in share transmission no consent is required because it is automatically transferred. Next is consideration. Consideration matlab what kind of medium and what kind of payment method will be used. So consideration of both the parties is essential. Consideration दोनों को पूछना पड़ेगा. And transmission के केस में पूछने की जरूरत नहीं. It is passes through the company act. Next is stamp duty. Stamp duty is necessary in case of share transfer, and it is not necessary in case of share transmission because it is compulsory transfer. Another topic is membership. What happened to the member? So in case of share transfer, a person who is going to transfer his share will no be a member for the longer in the company. And in case of share transmission, the person to whom the shares are going to be transmitted will become the new member of the company. Next is procedure. कौन सा प्रोसेस हमें फॉलो करना पड़ेगा? So according to the company's AOA, means Article of Association, the procedure is prescribed and everyone has to follow for transfer of share. And in case of share transmission, ये कोर्ट के ऑर्डर से होता है. It is convicted, it is ordered by court, and it is enforceable by law. So it is no required, the procedure is already available in legal way. Next is refusal. BOD may refuse to share transfer if the BOD feels that this shareholder is very important for the company. So in case of that, board of director can refuse of share transfer. And in case of share transmission, यहाँ पे किसी का कुछ चलता नहीं है, because if the person is died, तो board of director चाहे या ना चाहे उनका शेयर ऑटोमेटिकली ट्रांसफर हो जाएगा. If the person is insolvent, in case of death, in case of unsound mind, यहाँ पे परमिशन की जरूरत नहीं है. Next is responsibility. In case of share transfer, the original shareholder do not responsible after the share transfer, and in share transmission there is no personal responsibility of representative. दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या है? अगर हम किसी को शेयर बेच रहे हैं तो जब तक शेयर ट्रांसफर नहीं हो जाते तब तक जो पुराना शेयर होल्डर था उसकी पूरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रहती है रिगार्डिंग शेयर्स. बट इन केस ऑफ शेयर ट्रांसमिशन, जो ट्रांसमिट करने वाला जो ओरिजिनल जो शेयर होल्डर था, या तो वो डेथ हो गया है, या फिर वो अनसाउंड माइंड का हो गया, या फिर वो इंसॉल्वेंट हो गया, तो अभी उसकी कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं रहेगी. रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रहेगी तो रहेगी कंपनी की. इट इज नाउ द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ कंपनी कि उसके जितने भी शेयर है उसके नॉमिनी को ट्रांसफर किए जाए. ओके, सो इन केस ऑफ शेयर ट्रांसफर, जो पुराना शेयर होल्डर था वो रिस्पॉन्सिबल रहेगा कि जिसको मैं शेयर बेच रहा हूं उसको अपने हिसाब से शेयर मिल जाए. और इन केस ऑफ शेयर ट्रांसमिशन, कंपनी विल टेक द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. The next topic is the right to go to the tribunal. ट्रिब्यूनल यानी कोर्ट. कोर्ट में जाने का राइट है या नहीं है. In case of share transfer, if the company refuse to transfer without valid reason, okay, so shareholder can go to the tribunal and that person can file the case कि कंपनी मेरा शेयर ट्रांसफर रोक रही है. बट इन केस ऑफ ट्रांसमिशन कोई उसका प्रोविजन नहीं है कि भाई मुझे ये शेयर्स नहीं चाहिए वगैरह वगैरह, कुछ भी नहीं चलता. So that was the total about the share transfer and share transmission. We will continue with the further chapter in the next lecture. Till that, thank you so much and have a nice time.